Hey everybody, it's me and Sharky today. Uh, we mentioned this in the last episode a little briefly. Um, Towards the end, we just mentioned that Call of the Netherdeep is no longer going to be on our channel. We're still going to play it, me and the players, because me and the players have gotten attached to the characters there, and there's a lot of cool stuff going on, and I want to honestly, the joke about D&D being therapy is it's kind of true sometimes.
Yeah.
And I feel that with my characters, and I want to keep our stories going forward. But going forward, it's not going to be on our channel. And it's not specifically because it's not because I'm afraid that they're going to take our channel down because it would be under the fan policy. However, this is my form of protest to Wizards of the Coast, Hasbro, et cetera, through their shifty, at best, new OGL.
Yeah. So if you haven't been following the tabletop RPG scene in the last week or so, there have been
For
some
you.
changes to the open game license that is extremely anti player and anti community, no matter how much Hasbro wants to spin it. Uh, the fact is that live streams and all that do fall under a separate policy called the like the fan policy. I forget the actual
And it's like
fan
fan
content
content.
policy.
Mm.
And that has like live streams and artwork and everything that you're allowed to do, and that's why a lot of live streams have been able to exist using the core stuff that Hasbro and Wizard of the Coast have put out. But recent weeks have kind of soured relationships between Wizards of the Coast and the players base, mostly due to Hasbro's actions rather than Wizards of the Coast, I would say. They probably don't want to
It's
see
definitely
their work burn like this in a way.
it's definitely like it reminds me of the relationship between like game developers and game what's the
Publishers,
word, game producers,
the publishers.
publishers. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it
It's kind of
definitely
that
is. It's
relationship.
a money thing. They went after the original draft of OGL 1.1 was going after third party creators who made money on the open game license. Companies like Paizo and Cobalt Press, Green
Rook and the
Ronin.
Raven.
Yeah, so people who made stuff for 5th edition um, were going to have to sign this contract. They'd have to pay royalties, and it just wasn't an open game license anymore. So a lot of people have since turned on the company a bit. It's been a very interesting week. We still have not gotten the finalized version of whatever this new open game license is, but DECA's way of protesting these very anti-consumer changes is we're just not going to be uploading our Call the Netherdeep campaign anymore. Like I said, he's still going to finish it, so I mean, luckily the players will have some payoff, but if you were hoping to see that conclusion to the finish, we want to apologize for that. It's just with how things are right now, we don't want to continue
I can't
promoting.
I can't in good conscience upload 5e content.
Yeah. Uh, Taking a moment to also build off of that, if you watch the Dummies and D20s channel, we are currently playing through a Naruto campaign that uses a heavily modified version of 5th edition. At the moment, we are going to continue playing that since we're very close to the end of the campaign. Um, Actually, tomorrow, by the time we're recording this, we'll be back at it, so we'll have our big return episode the following week. And my campaign that followed it is also going to be using 5th edition, mostly because I have the campaign pretty much finished in terms of planning, and I don't have time to adjust systems and learn a new system and everything without us taking another break after finishing Naruto to get another system worked out. So the next campaign on that channel will be 5th edition, but it'll probably be the last 5th edition campaign for a while until we see how things play out.
In the meantime, if you listening to this um, have any systems you want us to try out at your, post them in the comments. I'll probably look at them and be like, huh, that system. The next system I plan on running on this channel is going to be Vampire, but that's far and a ways away.
Yeah.
Um,
And
yeah.
with Dummies and D20s, we set out to have a channel where we could have a rotating cast of DMs and players. So after my 5th edition campaign finishes, whoever is next in line will play whatever system they want to play. And if you want to see a variety of systems, I would say check out the Dummies and D20s channel over time as we experiment with new systems and new stories and then kind of see what we like and don't like. Hopefully, Hasbro pulls their head out of their ass and does something correct for a change. We do have an abundance of open game licenses and new systems being born from all of this madness. So hopefully, as time goes on, we will get new systems to play and enjoy as well. And it is sort of that reminder that people never really wanted to accept, where there is more than just D&D. And Hasbro thought that there was only D&D, and they are learning the hard way. So
Truly is like a culture of arrogance that's in Hasbro / Wizards of the Coast, where it's like, oh, you roll a d20? Well, that's mine. That's going to be mine at some point.
yeah, and that was another thing. The original version of their revised license gave them the right to use any created work under that license without payment or permission. So if you created something that was popular, they could publish it and call it theirs. So there's various levels of things that were just wrong with it, and they've since put out a post saying that they're not going to do that anymore, where they're not going to claim your work anymore, but the language on that update is still very vague, and the whole thing reads like an apology through gritted teeth. So we're just gonna have to see how things play out. But we wanted to give this update video for those who did follow the Call of the Netherdeep campaign, and just say, we're sorry
Really
that
sorry.
it is going to just not be uploaded anymore. It's just, things like this. We want to enjoy the game system, but not in a way that there are also the possibility that people will be losing livelihood based on these changes. Like, I don't think in good conscience we can continue to play and display games like this. I mean, I have to. It's just my choice. I've almost done with all my planning. We're way too close for me to try to start over from something. So,
and I respect that. Like, I'm not gonna like punch Sharky in the face. How dare you?
Until things go, we're gonna be trying new systems. I mean, we have a ton of books amongst each other. We have PDFs and everything.
We have an abundance of storytellers.
We have abundance of storytellers who know systems. Our good friend Kevin, who is currently the DM for the Naruto game, he plays a lot of Cypher system. Lindsay from the Call of the Netherdeep campaign is familiar with Blades in the Dark. So we have a lot of other systems that we can look into. But this is just we just wanted to update you all on that. And I mean, if you have followed the tabletop scene for the last week, you know exactly what's going on. So, we hope you understand the decision making we had behind this.
So I guess, for now, as this is the last thing I'm going to put about Call of Netherdeep here.
Yeah, I mean,
sign off.
We'll probably we'll probably talk about it and everything on the podcast at times, depending on the subject
if we can get a guest
that we're talking about. The subject and everything. Stories might come up, but unfortunately, for the sake of presentation, we'll have to stop for now. So, thank you all for checking out this video. We hope you understand. If you do want to just see more D&D from the group, regardless of whatever it is, check out the Dummies and D20s channel, where you'll have a lot of familiar faces currently in the Naruto game. Erica, Lindsay, Charlie, all of them are playing in the Naruto game right now. So we definitely have our little group of players being shared amongst DMs.
Yep.
But thank you all, and we'll see you all on Friday with part 2 of the top 10 wrestlers, because that's going to be the next 3 weeks on the channel. So, all right, take care, everybody.
Bye.